An outsider is when the bookies or bookmakers give a horse very little chance of winning or even coming within the first 3 to 4 finishing positions. In other words, the odds against an outsider for even coming within a place position is high. That means that an outsider that wins or comes into any of the paying positions has actually defied the odds. And I will demonstrate to you how CET Analysis was able to point out outsiders that actually won races or came within the first 3 to 4 positions. The first ticket that we'll look at in terms of identifying outsiders that did feature, and I point out a race in Shatting on the 14th of June 2015, which was race 9, and the numbers taken was 3 and 14. The results of that particular race was 3 and 14. Important to note on the winning ticket that number 3 paid 31 Rand a win and number 3 paid 6 Rand a place. The second was number 14 for coming second, paid 3 Rand 90, which tells us that both the first and second horse taken in this exacta were actually quite big outsiders. The second outsider that we would look at that featured in the race would be in Kanji, that is in Singapore. As you can see, the winning ticket trifecta was 2, 7 and 9, and the results was 2, 7 and 9. As you can see, number 9 was a major outsider which paid 6 Rand for a place. We then moved to Doncaster in the UK. It's the 22nd of October 2016, and it was a winning trifecta. As you can see, it was a box trifecta, so the numbers taken was 3, 4, 5, 6 and 10. The results of that particular race on the 27th of October 2016, race 2, the results was 10, 5 and 3. As you can see, number 10 was a major outsider that won the race and paid 28 Rand for the win. The next outsider that was identified by CET Analysis is again a winning trifecta from Shatting, Hong Kong. The actual ticket was 1, 2, 4, 5, which was race 9 on the 23rd of October 2016. The results of that race was 4, 2, 1. First 3 horses. As you can see, it was a winning trifecta box. And number 4 that won the race paid 21 Rand a win. Number 2 that came second in the race paid 9 Rand 75 cents a win. Both 2 and 4 major outsiders in that race. The next race we were able to identify outsiders, the CET Analysis system was able to identify outsiders, was in Newcastle in the UK, which was on the 8th of November 2016 at race 8. The trifecta box taken was 1, 3, 4, 8, 11 and 13, and the results of that trifecta was 11, 8 and 3. Again, all 3 numbers coming in, first, second and third. Number 8 and number 11 in particular were outsiders. 8 paying 5 Rand 10 a place and number 11, 7 Rand 40 a place. This was in Camp de Mars in Mauritius, and it was race 8, 19th of November 2016. It was a quartet boxed and the numbers taken was 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, and the result of that race was 7, 5, 4, 1. All 4 horses featuring the winning quartet, and as you can see, number 5 and number 7 both being outsiders. The next we see is race 5, 22nd of November 2016, a winning trifecta, and this was in the Vaal, which is in South Africa, and the results of that race was 16, 3, 4 and 13. All 3 horses, the first 3 horses came in. Number 16, which was the outsider, paid 38 Rand 60 a win. To summarize, identifying outsiders that featured. Important to note that the CET Analysis system was able to accurately forecast which outsiders in the race would either win or would come in a placing. As you would know, that the biggest value in horse racing lies in being able to identify an outsider that wins or comes within the first 3 positions of a race. The payout by the ability or your capability of identifying outsiders is normally far greater than an average bet.